Welcome. My name is Kwabena. Welcome. Share the channel with your friends and with your family, with people you believe will be interested in what we share. We share about entrepreneurship. We share about life principles. We share about money. We share about African dignity and developing our confidence as Africans and doing something with our lives on the continent. And so today I want to share with you the second part of how an African youth can transform. African youth can transform their lives in Africa. I don't believe in where we raise a generation which that generation would want to travel to Europe, to America, to Germany, to Australia, and to believe that when they go there they have a better chance at life. I think that is wrong. I think that's the wrong understanding of how the world has been designed against the Africans. The white people have done evil in terms of how they have designed the world against us. But until you move out of the continent and go to some of these countries, they will not know. And we even have a lot of Africans who live there, but they have not studied much of the system. It's a system. And it's not so much about an individual. It's a system. It's a system that has been designed. That system that separated some people and called them white. The same system separated some people and called them black. And it comes with a lot of privileges in this world. You know, it comes with ownership of properties. It comes with money. It comes with social equity and social collateral. So my name is Kwabena. And so when you don't have proper understanding of some of these things, you will think that when you are in Africa, you are doomed. It's not true. As a matter of fact, if there is any place that you as an African will be successful, is here in Africa. Our only problem, I think, is the ignorance. If you're not aware, if you're not studied, if you don't have proper understanding, proper knowledge, proper wisdom to live in Africa, then you will say that Africa is hard. It's not so. The only problem is you being able to work on your mind. The other day, a lady called me out of one of our radio programs, and she said that she spoke to me. And she said, she called from the Bono region, and she said that I want to thank you very much. I've been trying to get your number. I want to thank you very much for helping me to start a business. I said, how? She said that I've not been doing anything with my life. I have a husband and children or a child, but sometimes the husband does not mind her, she said. And so there was a time that she had 40 CDs. But then she been listening to the program that we do on Peace FM, and she said that you encourage us that you can start anything anywhere with the little that you have. You know, you can even start the business with just what you are, nothing. Just go to people and say and offer the services that you can, and from there you can get something to start. And so she said that she started her business with 40 CDs. So she took the 40 CDs, went to the market, bought some things, came home, set a table, and started to sell some things. And now she's been able to grow the business to a certain level. And she was so much appreciative. And for me, that goes on to prove the point I've been saying, that our only problem is our ignorance, or the kind of wrong things that they have taught us about what we can do from where we are. You know, so when somebody start trying to tell you if you want to start a business, write a business plan, do your analysis, go and do market search. Listen, those things are for people with money. If you have nothing, what do? You start with the nothing that you have. And that calls for a deeper understanding of how things are done. I personally believe that if you look at business systems and management theories and theorems that they have put across, I think most of them were put there to scare most people from ever trying to start businesses on their own. Because for most of these especially the Western world and most of these Europeans, their drive is to gain, is to get money, is to get wealth. And so they do that by keeping a lot of the people in ignorance. That's how it is run. So if they have to put a lot of these scary ideas about entrepreneurship, about business, about finance in books so that most people will never be aware, that's it. Like the way they do to Africans, you know, they put very little light on the progress, on the development of Africa, on their TV, on CNN, on BBC, you know, everywhere in the world. They have to put Africa, which is about 200 years or 300 years ago. You know, it's a program, it's a technique, it's a system, it's something that they are trying to push out. It's the same. They have done the same thing to most of the people who live in these countries, and some of us have copied that. So when it comes to business, we think it's risky. We think that some people are born to be entrepreneurs and some people are born to be employees. I don't believe in all those things. My grandfather didn't go to school. He had his own cocoa farm. He had his own transport company. He had his own sheep, goat farm, he had a lot of things, and he could not read and write. He never died poor. And yet we have lawyers, doctors, engineers who work for 60 years, go on retirement, and government takes care of them, or Senate or something, and most of them die poor. We have medical doctors, when they cannot receive salary anymore, their life changes. We have professors who die poor. They depend on government. Why? Because of the education that they had. And yet my grandfather did not go to school, and yet he died not poor. He left properties for his children. Why? Because there's an understanding of wealth and of power that was not adulterated from the Western kind of education that we are largely given in Africa. You know, so this is the same. So if you're an African youth, you have had some kind of education, you think differently, you think wrongly. I will submit that you bring your thought into the context of Africa. Look at our structure, look at our continent, look at our culture, look at the things that you can do to support yourself. Break a lot of things down. What are the services that you can offer? What product can you develop? Forget about ISO standards and all those things that they talk about. When you've been able to build a business to a certain level, you will know what standard. If you go to any village and they don't have shoe, and you want to get them shoe, you don't go to get them all these so-called quality designer shoes. No, you get them the shoes that they can start with. That's how you build your business. Look at your community, look at your environment. What is it that you can offer? People are ready to pay you for.